Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel Cloud and AI Analytics. Hope everyone is doing good. I'm Vignesh and in this video we are going to discuss one of the most common and frequently asked interview question while discussing about BigQuery, and the same you will be able to find it in GCP's Professional Data Engineer Certification exam as well. So this is what we are going to discuss in this video, and without any further delay, let's get started. This is the problem statement which we are going to discuss in this video. How can we create a BigQuery table with automatic expiration to manage data efficiently that optimizes your storage cost and improves your query performance as well? So this is the problem statement. Take a moment to think about the solution. I'll pause the video for now, like take 1 or 2 minutes, think about it, and then we will discuss about the solution. The solution is we have to create a BigQuery table partitioned by a date time field with automatic partition expiration after a certain duration of days. For example, after 7 days you want to delete, or if you want to delete after 30 days, you have to set it while creating that table for the efficient data management. And this solution I have created in 3 different ways. One is using Python scripts, one is using SQL scripts, the third one is using Terraform scripts. So while creating the infrastructure only, we'll be able to configure that. In this video, I'll explain you how to do it in the SQL statement. It is very simple, it is very straightforward, but this is not recommended to implement in production table. First, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a table. The table is going to be weather data, and these are the schemas of that particular table. So this is the important part of this creation table. So partition by a weather date, like it can be either date time or timestamp, but I'm taking date, I'm creating partition over it and clustering it using this columns. And under options, right, here you can see the description. The next to description is partition expiration days. I'm setting it to 7. So what does it do? So after setting a partition expiration time or for a certain duration, let's say like 7 days or 30 days or 60 days or 90 days, it will automatically delete data older than that particular duration what we have defined, and this leads to managing our storage costs effectively and improves our query performance as well. So this is one of the most common and frequent method to improve our query performance and also to eradicate this storage like unwanted data that saves your cost as well. So what I'm going to do is I'll open my console, I'll directly step into my BigQuery and I'm going to create this table. So create table, the schema, and then the partition expiration, I'm setting it to 7 days. So before that, I'll make sure the weather dataset has been created. So I'll just click on this create dataset, dataset ID, let it be weather dataset, and click on this create dataset. So dataset is created. Here you can see weather dataset and the details you'll be able to find it here. Now I'm going to execute this statement. Create table, and I'm going to create a table called weather data. Executed it. Now it will create the table. So you can just click on this table weather underscore data. Here you can find the schema of the station ID, weather date. So this is where it is basically date time, and I'm creating the partition table based on date, temperature, humidity, pressure, all the details, and you can get into the details. Here you can see the table type is basically partitioned, and it is partitioned by day, partitioned on the field weather underscore date. Partition expiry is basically for 7 days. Partition filter is not mandatory, but if you want, like since we are deleting it, it is not mandatory, but if you wanted, you can set it as well. Cluster IDs like based on station, location, and weather condition. Now I'm going to insert record into this particular BigQuery table. So what I'm going to do is I'll just copy this insert statement and I'm going to insert records on this table. So insert statement is done. So you can get into this weather data table. Just do refresh here and you will be able to see 3 rows. Number of rows is 3, number of partitions basically there is none. So now I'm going to query the data. So select start from the table and I'm going to execute it. So this is the result of this particular query. Next to this, we are going to discuss the information schema of this particular table. So here you can see select star from the particular table, project ID, dataset ID, information schema dot tables, where the table name is the table which we have created, that is weather underscore data. So I'm going to execute it now. Here you can find the result. So this particular query will not get you details about it, but the next statement which you are going to execute, that is like we are going to execute the partitions on that particular table. It is mainly help us to confirm that the data is being correctly partitioned by date. Select star from project ID, dataset ID, information schema, dot partitions, and where the table name is weather underscore data. It is ordered by partition ID descending. So this query lists all the current partitions in the table which we have created. So I'll just copy this select SQL query. I'll go here and I'll execute it. So the results here you can see table catalog, table schema, table name, and the partition ID. Basically it is partitioned on date column. So 2025 1022. We'll just get into this data. So this is the table which I created, and here you can see weather date. It has been created, like partition has been created based on the date. 2025 1022, 2025 1021, and 2025 1020. And also you will be able to find all the other details of this particular SQL query. That's it for this video. If you have any questions, please post that in the comment section. I'll take a look at it and reply to it as soon as possible. Please do like, comment, share, and subscribe to Cloud and AI Analytics. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, it's bye from Vignesh. Happy learning.